Hi, everybody. My name is Penny Toner, and I am right now living in Grand Prairie, Alberta. Like to welcome you all to the call, all old friends, new faces, guests. It's just great to see you all. I'd like to introduce Ricia Adair. Ricia and I've been friends for well over 20 years, 25. I don't know. When you get old, you lose track. We were together in a former business, and she was my mentor then, and she's my mentor as well now. I am truly grateful for her support and her knowledge. She's amazing. She has reached the title of president in our company, which is quite prestigious. And last year, she was ranked number 3 in all of Canada. So please help me welcome Risha there.
Thank you, my beautiful Penny, my besties. So glad to connect with you. And we're going to hear some more about Penny in a short minute here. First of all, I want to say good evening. Welcome. Thank you, everybody, for supporting the call tonight. Welcome to our guests who are having a look at Partner Co. for the first time. We're all pretty excited. And in the very near future, you're going to see some photographs telling you why we're so excited. I just got off the plane from I'm going to call it a 10-star vacation. It was such a royal treatment situation that, wow, I'm still pinching myself. Was I really there, or did I dream all that? I'm going to share a little about the trip to you and share with you what this is all about. And let's get this party started.
You bet.
Okay. My beautiful Penny, can you see the slides?
No, I can't, but that might not mean anything. I can just see your face.
Can someone give me a
I
thumbs
can
up?
I can see them. The slides are
Okay.
Thanks.
there.
Thanks,
Thank
Diane. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay.
Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm just going to get the lines muted. There we go. Okay, so again, thank you very much, Penny, for the introduction. My name is Ricia Adair. I'm a Canadian. I'm an expat now. I live in Manzanillo, Mexico. My husband and I moved to our dream home in October 2023. Just a short story. We came to Manzanillo to suss it out to see if it was a place that we wanted to live. And as it turned out, it is definitely a gorgeous, gorgeous place to set up camp. So we saw the house in January. The listing realtor rushed us through so fast. We had 1 hour to see the house. And when we went back to see it a second time, he gave us another 1 hour. So that was a really hard decision to make, but we made our decision. Our house in Canada sold. We closed in July and we moved in October. So this is what we remember. We kept looking at the photographs on our big screen TV, excited about, this big move. Um, Mike had never lived in Mexico. I had spent 20 winters in Mexico. I'm fluent in Spanish, so it's very comfortable for me. And he was pretty excited about this too. When we got there, October 17th, right on his 70th birthday, it was torrential rains. The realtor handed over the keys. In we went. And it was still very, very lovely. But as we got looking a little closer, we noticed a lot of things that needed immediate attention because the house was unoccupied for a good 5 months. And at that, it was an Airbnb vacation rental property because it's a little mini resort. There's 3 villas. And it wasn't really occupied, owner occupied. So when you're there, you've got full attention on matters that needed maintenance and different levels of attention. So we went through thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in our first 6 weeks because of all the attention, all the repairs that needed to be done. Having a house unattended in the tropics is a pretty careless thing, actually. And there was so many things that needed to be done. Throw it in that our great lawyer, who was great up until that very moment, in the last little bit, we found out we couldn't get our title to the property because he had stolen our $23,000 of closing costs. So we had to find another 23,000, which I took out a loan. It was just one silly thing after another. But you know what? When we finally got there, our season came, the guests came to stay with us, but these were all people that had sent us e-transfer last September or last October. So the money was all spent. I didn't even have money to put in the gas tank to take them around and take them on day trips. We were so broke, but we kept smiling through the whole thing. I was very, very addicted to sugar. I got to be really heavy, and there was a lot of anxious moments because we were broke. It was quite the time. And then I ended up getting very, very sick. I spent an entire first year extremely sick with shingles, a UTI that wouldn't quit, a couple of dog bite infections that got infected. It was a rough first year, so to speak, but we're in paradise. We're living the dream, right? So we're up on the hill by the Blue Arrow. You can see beautiful beach. And no matter how many times I walked that beach, swam that ocean up and down the stairs, I still stayed really super heavy. Went to the doctor and I said, this is really starting to get to me, doctor. You know, I'm sick, I'm broke. And he says, Ricia, I'm going to look it up, but I suspect this is what you have. You have FFB. Dr. Tom, what is FFB? He says, you're fat, frumpy, and broke. So without doubt, I am. And that magic day came April 17th that changed my life. My friends on the left, Chris and Joni Budd, called me. They live in Costa Rica, also Canadians. And they said, Ricia, you need to have a look at these drops. They saw a couple of Facebook posts and they saw that I had gotten quite heavy. And they told me all about the drops. Furthermore, we had been in business together over the years. And they know I'm a business builder. Joni said, go to my Facebook page and have a look. I've been posting and people are actually coming to me saying, what are these drops? I want these drops. How can I buy these drops? And fortunately, they hadn't cut off my Wi-Fi service yet. So I was able to actually start posting. And I just thought, okay, I trusted. I knew these drops had been on the market for well over a decade. So I started posting too. On my first post, there was 19 comments. The second post that afternoon was 7 comments. And then the courier company came to the door with my drops. I had enough money, ladies and gentlemen, to buy 2 boxes. That's all I had was the money to buy 2 boxes of drops. They come out of Mexico City. They were delivered to my house. And that day I posted me holding the box of drops and the 2 bottles in my hand. I had 59 comments. Over 20 customers resulted from that post and over 6 people joined my team. So the rest is history. How I achieved this level of success, I can't tell you. I can just say I just started posting on Facebook and helping people get well again. Our 1-year goal to get a brand new fridge was actually realized in 7 months. I'm very excited about that fridge. I'm in love with an appliance. I know it's sickening, but I love my fridge. That's Sarah, my maid. I now have a maid that helps me with this large property. And then I brought in a paint crew to splash beautiful color all over the white palette. I was pretty excited about that. My husband loves white, and I said, not in this marriage, honey. No way. We're going with Mexican colors. And then we had a serious situation with the pergola down below. The wood was rotting. It was a safety issue. It had to come down. It had to be rebuilt. And what you're looking at there is a $5,000 structure. What I'm saying to you is this. If you remember, not too long ago, I had $60 in the bank. And again, too, all of our income that was coming into our little resort was from people that had paid us for the upcoming season months ago. We had no money. So if it was up to us to repair this pergola, we would have probably had to shut down the resort part of our life. So again, I was so grateful to Partner Co for how my life has changed. Mike is super happy. He's like a little kid. He's got his brand new motorcycle. So happy about that. And then we had a pool failure, small earthquake that ended up in 6 small earthquakes and absolutely failed the pool. It was in the 5-figure repair. We were able to get that done, repaired in 14 fast days. So our tenants weren't too badly disturbed. And again, too, I still would not have that pool repaired if it had to rely on my small Canada pension. So I'm so grateful for the way this company has changed my life. And I just got back, FOP, fresh off the plane, got back last night from this amazing 10-star vacation. It was absolutely unbelievable. And I'm going to share some pictures with you at the end of today's event so you can see just how well these people treat us. Here I am before starting the drops. I consider myself very fat and frumpy. I've never been that big. I was pushing 171 pounds and it fluctuated some days 175. And in 13 short days, look at the difference, the transition that happened for my body in just 13 days. Now, overall, the picture on the left was taken at our going away party when we sold our house in Canada. And the picture on the right is indicative after being on the drops for 3 months. I lost 34 pounds in 3 months. I had pain in my fingers and toes from an owie that we're all familiar with. I was able to now walk without pain, and I could make fists without discomfort in my hands. I had massive pain in my heels with plantar fasciitis. It was really difficult for me to walk. And here I am. I'm 100% healthy. I don't even have a hangnail to tell you guys about today because I'm so healthy. I feel like I'm aging backwards, and I'm so grateful. Darren and John were just on our trip with us. I love these guys. They're fun, they're young, they're innovative, and they're brilliant. Darren has spent his life with Goldman Sachs, learning how to create big business. John Wadsworth spent his adult life with the company Tahitian Noni and became one of their top international business builders. These two guys bought our company 2 years ago. There was a blend of about 5 companies, all having stellar products, and they saw these companies were in trouble. The companies were purchased by a corporation not long before. The corporation didn't recognize the heart of the network marketer, and they had made a lot of bad decisions. And with all these great products, with COVID, along it came, and they started to go south. Darren and John saw a great opportunity to save these companies, to save the teams that had built these companies, and to get these products on the market back, or keeping on the market. If you're looking for a traditional MLM company, this is not for you. This company is all about sharing amazing products, your testimony with people. They're going to see it. They'll see it in your face when you're on the products for 5 days, 3 days. And this is all about just reaching out to others. And how do we do it? Posting on Facebook. It just works, and it's brought massive success to so many people. We are called Partner Co, and our logo is Simply Better Together. I'm now in my 13th month. In the last 12 months, I learned a lot about hormonal imbalance, and I had no idea that these symptoms were directly related to my body being out of balance. I just figured, I don't know, I just figured I was getting old, right? You know, I'm moody, I'm anxious. Well, I thought that was because I was broke. Low libido, I thought it was because I was getting old. Headaches, well, I didn't know what I blamed that on. Maybe too much sun. But food cravings was the big one for me, and I was craving sweets all the time. I was just needing to have my sugar all the time. Hot flashes, insomnia, tiredness, weight gain. So I'm going to invite you, as you look at these circles, mentally make a tick mark beside which ones affect you. Most people are in the 3 to 5 zone. Many people here have said 10, 7, or 10. A lot of us are out of balance, and you know, it's part of the food system, part of what's going on, the anxiety in the world today, the pressure, the finances, all those things. Well, we have come together with over 100 products. Every single one of our products were doctor produced, backed by science. What is most important to John and Darren is they are clean ingredients. You will not find sugar substitutes in our products. You will not find sugar in our products. You will not find things that will get you sick in our products, because they are all pure, clean products. And that excites me. Products that will balance your hormones, healthy weight loss, strengthen your immunity system. We're going to share with you some of these products right now. First, I want to introduce our Chief Medical Officer, who is Dr. Ray Strand. He's well known around the world, especially for the many books he's written. He's also created an awesome line of minerals and vitamins for us to share. Along on his team, we have just recently acquired Dr. Joshua Plant. I'm familiar with Dr. Josh from another business I've been in, and he is the most sought after scientist in the world. Graduated out of Harvard with a PhD, top of his class. He joins Dr. Strand along with Dr. Pina. Dr. Pina is the world's best gastrointestinal doctor. He comes out of Mexico City, close to me. Brett West is a senior director in research and development, and he himself is a world's expert on the Tahitian Noni. We have Kristen White on our athletic council. She's an amazing athlete. And Dr. Crystal Vance on our wellness council. We have a huge scientific team that oversee published clinical studies and 1,040 annual quality tests. There's a lot that goes into our QC to offer the best of the best to you as our customer. What excited me is because I live in Manzanillo, Mexico, and I can do business with my friends in Canada, with my friends in the United States, definitely with my new friends here in Mexico and all over the world. As can you. Imagine that you post a publication on Facebook, you post a post, basically, and someone from Italy sees that post. They express interest in the drops. You're able to send them a link through your Italian flag in your back office. And of course, we teach you how to do that. They click on the link, the European office fulfills the order, and the following Friday, you get paid. That is how it works. We have 50 plus markets that you're able to tap into. It's completely transparent. There are no international tax numbers you need, no international business applications you need to make. All you have to do is send out those posts on Facebook, should you choose to build, right? And why not? Because there's a lot of people out there that need some help. There's a lot of people that are sick. There's a lot of people who are overweight. There's a lot of people that are taking too many medicines. There's a lot of people that can use our products, and you'll hear more about these great products. It's well over 2 decades that Nucerity created the product called Skincerity. This was created by a team of dermatologists. To my knowledge, it's the only roll-on skincare mask in the world. It is loaded with nutritional ingredients that will actually feed your skin. So it was intended as a first aid roll-on mask, especially targeted towards people with problem skin, burn victims. It's also great for anti-aging, to remove age spots, help you with the wrinkles. I love it. I put it on a battle scar that I had from a boat incident a couple of years ago, and it's almost disappeared. So I'm pretty impressed with this product. Marlene was so gracious to send in her picture to me, her evidence. She rolled on the Skincerity on her problem legs. I believe it was a situation of eczema. And within 2-3 weeks of roll on, her legs completely returned to normal and she's free of the discomfort. One of my favorites is the Noni Collagen. Collagen is great not only for your hair and skin and your nails, but it's also great for your internal organs too. Because if you want to look young on the outside, your organs on the inside need to be young too, right? So this product is amazing. Noni, we're going to learn about. It is the most efficacious fruit in the world. God put this fruit on this planet for us so we can get all the healing components from Noni. We actually have the land rights in Tahiti, in the French Polynesian Islands, that grows the best noni in the world with the volcanic soil conditions. Our noni creates, it actually has iridoids in it that lends to a stronger immunity system to protect you. I'm very impressed. I like the Noni Max. That's the one that I get here in Mexico. It tastes great. It has acerola cherry in it, so it has a bit of a cherry flavor. Overall, the Noni is going to promote health and wellness. I call it my army of soldiers. So it supports a healthy immune system. I was getting on the plane for a trip not too long ago, and I felt my throat started to get that swelling. I pounded back about 3 shots of Noni, got on the plane, had an amazing vacation. No flu or cold ever entered my body. It's going to boost your energy and endurance. And how about greater mobility with your joint health, being able to go up and down stairs and in and out of vehicles and airplanes and so on, get on that motorcycle. It supports a hearty, healthy cardiovascular system, fights against free radicals and protects against oxidative damage. Powerful adaptogen, supports balanced stress response and mood balancing effects. Do you know, at the recent Punta Cana event, we had 2 fabulous, beautiful parties, complete with music and table centerpieces, the whole bit. And every table got an ice bucket with a bottle of noni on it. And you know, that's what we toasted in our wine glasses. It's just so great. And there wasn't any noni left on any table because everyone loves their noni. CJ sends this picture is actually his testimonial from how he's lost his weight with the drops. He was on our call not too long ago, and he actually told us about his testimony with the noni, that he was in a very serious liver situation, that the doctor actually told him to get his affairs in order because he was in a bad way with the liver situation he had. And someone had presented him a bottle of Noni Max and said, I want you to power dose on this every day. That was years ago. And here's CJ that was just recently on our call, looking great. He's a grandfather and look, he looks amazing. You know, he's healthy and he's aging backwards. So this Noni is a fabulous product. You must put it in your shopping cart. The NutriFi is a line created by Dr. Strand. These are vitamins, ladies and gentlemen, that I feel. It's the first time ever I've taken a vitamin that I feel. I feel like the probiotics, as I just came off this crazy trip all the way. I went through Mexico, Colombia, Dominican Republic. I was all over the place on this last trip. I had food in all these countries because my gut is so healthy with that healthy biome, thanks to our beautiful probiotics. Completely healthy. Our Omega Q for your brain, for your heart, Amplify for your brain and added energy. Who doesn't want more energy and have your brain clarity, right? Optimal M's, Optimal B's are for your eye health, your lung health, your muscle health. Benelli is our most popular product. It's the little purple bottle, our most popular product in China. And it's intended for your skin because as we lose weight from the drops, which we're going to hear about in a minute, Benelli will tighten your skin, but it has so much vitamin C and immunity building properties to it that people are realizing that their allergy symptoms are going away and their nails are getting stronger and so many other things. So it's become one of our favorite products as well. When I first started with the program, I had asked Reese Antley, he's a brand partner, what can I take for my arthritis? Because I'm suffering greatly from arthritis in my fingers and toes. And he said, Ricia, you got to get on the MOA. I got on the MOA. Within 3 weeks of being on this product, I recognized that probably 70% of my discomfort had gone away. After 6 weeks of being on this product, I had zero discomfort. So if you have any pain, any inflammation, we don't profess to say to cure or anything like that, but I will say there's hardly anyone that doesn't have a testimony about MOA. MOA is 36 superfoods. As you can see, the girl is drinking it. It's about 1.5 ounces in the sachet. I love to keep it cold. There's so many rich, rare tropical ingredients in this product that all have an intention to do specific things to empower your body. This lady had ankle surgery that went south on her. After a short time on the MOA, her ankles returned back to pretty feet. This gentleman as well. So it reduces inflammation in a big way. Now, every now and then, like my last little holiday in Punta Cana, we're going to be introduced to some certain foods that are not on the healthy program for our drops. And the sugar stop is what you want to take. It's going to block 40% of the sugars from white sugars from entering into your bloodstream and 20% of the sugars created by carbohydrates from entering your bloodstream. It's not intended that you eat cherry pie every day, but someone's going to have a birthday or a wedding and you'd like to have a piece of that cake. So you take your sugar stop along with you and you're going to keep your blood sugars in good balance. The Pure Nourish is my favorite breakfast. I like to throw in my berries. It's got a vanilla flavor, but I love the chocolate flavor. So I throw in my cocoa, our Power Boost blend that you see on the left. The Giving Greens is now 2.5 pounds. One little scoop is the equivalent of 2.5 pounds of healthy greens and vegetables. Before we share any information about the drops, I want to first share with you Renew. It is my favorite product of all time. I call it the Fountain of Youth in a box. It helps combat the natural aging process to promote youth and vitality. So you're going to take that sachet, you put it in a half a glass of water, and you drink it. For most people, they like to drink it half an hour before bed. And what happens with this is it teaches your body to create its own pathways of HGH, human growth hormone. Because after 30, your body is on a serious decline of no longer producing HGH. HGH is going to help you promote deeper and more restorative sleep. A great sleep tonight means a far better decision tomorrow, right? Increases libido, stamina, and pleasure. Reduces body fat, increases lean muscle. So I recommend to marry this product with the drops. It's a great, great combination. Okay. It promotes youthful looking skin and hair, improves your mood and energy, and cell regeneration. Everyone loves the Renew. The flavor is fantastic. And again, too, you'll get the best night's sleeps. Let's talk about our flagship product, the drops. On the market for 16 years, well over 1 million bottles have been sold. You will drop twice the weight as our clean eating program alone. Created by doctors, backed by science. We have the clinical abstracts. There's so much evidence that these drops have helped hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people around the world. It's natural, safe, and effective. There are no hormones in this product. And what it's going to do for you is help curb hunger and control your appetite. Eliminate sugar craving. Who would like to be rid of sugar, right? And I'm going to say this, and I'm so, so happy. I'm telling you, at this resort, this beautiful 10-star resort, all inclusive, there was desserts everywhere. Everywhere I went, there was desserts blinking at me going, eat me, eat me, eat me now. And I abstained. I didn't have one little dessert at all. And I'm so, so grateful for that because the drops help me not want the sugar. 13 months now, sugar-free. How about that, right? It helps balance hormones, including insulin, ghrelin, your hunger hormone, leptin, and cortisol. So important. And again, Renew helps lower your cortisol production, having a good night's rest. When you balance out your cortisol, you're going to lose weight. It's going to stimulate your metabolism, so you'll have increased energy and feel younger. It'll help you stay motivated. It certainly helps with stress and stabilizing your mood as well. So many people that are no longer on thyroid medicine. It maintains healthy blood sugar levels. So many people that said goodbye to their diabetes medicine after consultation with their doctors. Helps brain clarity, lifts that brain fog, memory improvements, and basically you lose weight in your entire body. I call them God's miracle drops. The Slenderies drops are so amazing. I love them. So we're going to introduce to you an entire program. This is called a lifestyle. It's not a fad. It's not a diet because we don't want you to regain that 50 pounds, anything like that. So first, we'll encourage you to do exercise 5 days a week, and it could be just walking your dog, right? If you're not mobile, you can do chair yoga. Some people, or many people, have actually lost weight being in a wheelchair and not exercising at all. Very important to drink your water and incorporate this clean eating program. You will not go hungry. There's plenty of choices, animal proteins. You can have everything from your steak to your fish, to your chicken, to your shrimp, to your lobster, all kinds of plant-based proteins as well for the vegetarians, loaded with vegetables. Many fruits are allowed, healthy fats, avocados, walnuts. There's so many things that we can eat and not go hungry. Jane Storch is a friend of mine in Victoria. She's now down 50 pounds in total. Look at the difference in this girl. 8 weeks, 2 months is all it took for Jane to lose 32 pounds. We have James Leponsi. He was on our call not too long ago. And the difference with him, yes, guys, you have hormones too, 47 pounds in 4 months. Dr. Crystal Vance, I just spent 4 days with her in Punta Cana. The lady on the left struggled with food and food cravings and overweight situation her entire life. She also has an autoimmune disorder. It was so hard for her to lose the weight and keep it off. The lady on the right is how Dr. Crystal looks now. She looks fantastic. She's slim. And that picture on the right was taken several years ago, like 6 or 7 years ago. Tracy, our bikini girl out of West Virginia. Athletes love our products. They have higher performance. And of course, their hormones get out of balance. So we all need to get back in balance, right? Katie out of Phoenix, a 30-day transition. Maggie, Fox Island, Washington, a picture paints 1,000 words. I just had a great time with Julie Park in Punta Cana. And the lady in the glasses in the middle there, she was very chubby and very sick. And when she started with the drops at that time, she was married to a doctor. She got on the program, and Julie Park looks like that beautiful lady on the left. Very successful with our company now and very slim and super healthy. April out of Oklahoma just looks so great. I was also with the Hublers in Punta Cana. I've made so many great friends through this company. Yeah. Josh Hubler has a physiotherapy clinic. He was sure to dissect the science before he allowed the product inside his clinic. Having been completely satisfied, he started introducing it to his clients. They both have 5 children. They are now senior officers with the company, and they got to that position in 4 months, which is a very healthy position. It basically means a weekly check. Sheila, wow, when I had her on my call, there wasn't a dry eye in the house. She had just undergone some certain cancer. She had chemotherapy and radiation, and she was a very, very sick person. The drops brought her back to life. She said goodbye to 25 pounds. And again, she has her life back again with purpose. Chris Bailey, when he was on our call, he talked about Lyme disease and had trouble finding any kind of help to give him kind of some kind of comfort. Well, with the drops, he was able to lose a lot of weight, get back healthy again. Selena Kirby, her A1C numbers went way down, was able to get off her diabetes medicine, her blood pressure medicine, and she looks 20 years younger. Ashley and Reese, good friends of mine. I was just with them on the trip as well. She wanted the drops so she could get off the night sweats. She'd say she'd have to get up out of bed in the middle of the night and change her pajamas. She also wanted to lose 15 pounds. This happened very, very quickly. On that note, I want to remind you that there's over 1 billion women going into menopause and premenopause this year. There's a lot of people that we can reach out because the drops absolutely help with those anxiety moments, with the hot flashes and the night sweats. Reese, her husband, got rid of his Dr. Pepper addiction and his Oreo cookie box every night addiction. He's lost 65 pounds. Our beautiful co-host, Penny Toner, I promised you her story. When I called Penny last July, that was the lady on the left. She was very, very sick after having colon cancer and 5 surgeries that kind of went south on her. So she was fatigued. She could only process half an avocado a day. She was fatigued. A regular life of going to town to do errands was out of the question. Now, my dear Penny Toner, she's that gal on the right. Look at how different she looks in just 60 days, and she's getting well. She's well on her way to being well. And Penny?
Yes, dear.
I just want to say thank you for taking my call that day and saying yes to the drops.
Holy smokes, are you kidding me? I wouldn't be here without it. Do you want me just to give a little quick recap?
Yes, please.
Okay, sure. It's hard to know. I had 5 different operations and all to fix the first one. Turns out I found out 2 months ago, I actually have a suture hernia that's blocking my food and flipping. So what happened was I was in bed for 2 years. My body contorted. So now it's just twisting and it hurts. But I have energy to do it. Even though I'm struggling, I would not be here. The biggest thing I've noticed is my digestion. I couldn't even eat a half an avocado probably for 1.5 years. I just couldn't eat. I was living on ripple chips, chewing them, and it was horrible. Anyways, my digestive system's working way better. Not 100%, but I won't say this, but I did sneak and have a piece of pizza, and it just makes me feel like sluggish. I'm also able to cope better because it's a bit of a long journey. So and I just want to share this because this Rejuvenex is the only thing that gets me through the day. And because I haven't been working for almost 6 years now, I don't have a lot of income. I take the MOA, the Renew, the drops, the protein, But this one, you know how you save a favorite perfume or you save something? I've been saving this, and you're supposed to have 4 a day. And I'm like, I'll just have two. I'll just have three. And for the last 3 days, I've had 4 a day. Brain is working. I have energy to get out of bed more hours than I did before. Highly recommend it, Rejuvenex.
Thank you. And
Thank you,
again,
Betty.
thank you for taking my call that July, right?
Thank you. You changed my life. Literally. Yeah.
I'm so grateful, so grateful. And that's just it. Every testimonial, Penny talked about my YouTube channel. It's in the chat. I encourage you to go and listen to these calls. I do these calls twice a week, and the testimonies that come around, it blows me away what people say to me. Yeah, it's pretty special. Jerry Wyndham, when he was on my call, he said, I thought Jerry just lost some weight. That's all I saw. He said, Risha, I used to have the shakes, and holding the soup spoon up to my mouth, I had to have the other hand hold and steady it so I didn't spill the soup all over me. So his shakes are gone. I told that to my husband, and my husband says, my shakes are gone. My acid reflux is gone too, and my migraines. So it's amazing what great stuff happens when your body gets back into balance. Brenda Tchaikovsky from Lethbridge, Alberta. She's lost over 100 pounds. She's going to be one of our guests very coming soon. Barbara McCubbin. I was just with my beautiful friend Barbara and her husband Randy on this last trip, and she just made president today. I'm so excited about Barbara. And when you see her, she's 73 and she looks like she's 35. These products have us aging backwards. Debbie English, you can see her results there as well too. Everyone has a story. Look at Colleen. This all transpired for her, this transition, in less than a year. Valerie St. Jack, she was like a healthy size 22. Now she's in skinny jeans and dancing around like a crazy girl. I want to share with you now brand new product. It's called Advantage. The drops are going to promote overall weight loss, while Advantage accelerates the loss of harmful visceral fat around your waist and hips. Dr. Strand says weight gain around our middles is associated with an increased risk for high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, heart disease, and diabetes. The medical community is now beginning to refer to visceral fat as killer fat. I've been on the Advantage now for about, I'm going to say about 17, 19 days or so. And I noticed that I had a muffin top, a little bit of a muffin top. I lost a lot of weight. And the funny thing is the muffin top is just on the left. It's not on the right. So explain that one, Einstein. But anyways, the Advantage is diminishing my muffin top. And I go, well, this is really cool. So I'm now in size 9 skinny jeans, and I'm just so excited about that one. So what it's going to do is increase calories burned by 10 times, so you get leaner faster. It helps reduce stubborn visceral fat to slim waist and hips. It helps create metabolism, so you burn more calories. It activates your fat burning cells in your brown adipose tissue and helps prevent weight regain following your weight loss. So now I'd like to bring forward Dana Gamble from Spruce Grove, Alberta. My goodness, we're going to hear her story. Dana, I'm so excited that you're here to share your story with us. Come forward, please.
I'm here.
Hi, Dana.
Hi.
Wow. So Sheriff, first of all, how did you hear about the drops?
Well, I actually ran into Michelle Zosky in the airport just after Christmas.
Right? Michelle's an RN.
Yes. And we've known each other for a long time. We just hadn't seen each other for a while. And we ran into each other in the airport, both of us going to Puerto Vallarta. So we reconnected once we got there, and she added me as a friend on Facebook, and I saw the drops. I saw what she was doing and promoting, and asked her about them. And on December 31st, we were still in Mexico, and I ordered the drops right then and there. And we got back, I think, January 5th, and my drops arrived January 8th. And I started right away with the challenge and just jumped right in. So yeah, I'm pretty happy I did. Bit of my backstory is December, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and I had a lot of joint pain and a lot of inflammation. And I'm a personal trainer, and I do like to exercise a lot. And I was really struggling with my workouts and even walking my dogs daily was a struggle for me with joint pain and with the inflammation. So I just started on drops to begin with. And as you can see, like, well, even in the first month, it was just amazing, the difference. Like my joint pain was going away, my inflammation was going away. And you know, less than 3 months later, I was down 18 pounds and no inflammation, no joint pain. Saw my rheumatologist, and I'm not in a flare up. She thinks I'm still pre rheumatoid arthritis now because of everything I've been doing, and because of the way I've changed my diet and eating and taking the products. And I love all the products. I take MOA, I take Elite, I take the greens, Renew. Like I'm into all of them. The Noni, the drops, the Advantage. Yeah, I take them all. So it's pretty exciting. Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's amazing how we actually feel the difference. And you could see the difference, what these
Yes.
products are doing to get us healthy again.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, like I honestly, I didn't want to go on the meds that the doctors put you on for rheumatoid arthritis, for anything like that, with steroids and all of that. They can do so much more damage to our bodies. And now I'm back to walking my dogs 3 times a day, plus adding in extra workouts. I do all my workouts back again, and no joint pain and no inflammation. So, you know, it just they're proven, they work.
Thank you, Dana Gamble, all the way from Alberta. I so appreciate you coming on board our call tonight.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Now we're going to go to way up north in BC and talk to Sharlene Closter, who's had an amazing testimonial with the drops. Sharlene, come forward and share with us. Give us about 3 minutes of your drop story, please.
Okay. Am I unmuted?
You're good.
You can hear me?
We're good. Tell us about what the drops have done for you, Miss Sharlene.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, I think I must say it's given my life back. I started the beginning of December, and I've just continually taken the products. I lost weight. I'm walking so much better. I'm just quite proud of myself. And actually, this weekend, last Friday, on Friday, I went out and I bought my new jeans, and I'm down to a size 12. I think I started in an 18, and I'm in a 12 now. And I'm only, I'm not 5 feet.
Wow,
I'm
that is so great.
Yes, so
Did you get
I am
skinny
doing.
jeans?
Pardon, dear?
Did you get skinny jeans?
Yes, there's skinny jeans, and I got short, like more like a pedal pusher type. And I'm really quite proud. And a new jean jacket. And I'm looking forward to coming to Calgary to see you again. And I just want to thank everybody in the company. I get encouragement every day when I'm on here. And the twins, they never stop telling me I'm doing well. And to all the other people out there, just keep taking your drops and keep being a product of the product, because I've tried it all. And I'm amazed at the products, and I'm really amazed at the change in myself personally, as a person, as a happier person in life.
Thank you, Sharlene. Always a pleasure to hear your story. Thank you so much. Sharlene, how old are you?
I'm going to be 79.
79.
Yeah.
You had a fall, you live on the lake, and this means you could stay in your house, huh?
Yep, and that's right. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed to be in my house, and I'm blessed every day. I forgot to say that, but you just took my heart back, because I don't even think of it as much as I did. That's actually the first part of my story. I'm now in my house again. Even my son is so happy with me. I'm sorry to say he's not on the drops, but I've got some clients in Kitimat, about 20 miles down the road where the new LNG is. And he said to me, Mom, I told them of one of the girls and her nickname is Jingles. And he stood up in my house and he said, "You got Jingles on the product? Well, you've got all the Kitamat."
Thank you, Sharlene. Congratulations. I'll see you in Calgary, my dear.
Looking forward to it and seeing everybody else on here also.
You bet. Oh my God, I just love that girl. She's so fun. Okay, so how do you get the drops? You're probably wondering. Well, the first option is you could become our customer and buy retail. We love our customers. But do you know why would you want to do that when you can get a better deal, right? In the US, it's $29.95. In Canada, it's $37.95. And basically, people are going to start to say, "You look amazing, so tell me what you're doing." And that's what happens. You might as well get a commission check from our company because you're going to want to help as many people as you can. It's a one-time, lifetime membership. So I want to say this, that your income has nothing to do with my income, with your abilities, my abilities. It all has to do with your passion and desire and learning and to be able to share this product with others. So let's talk about how to turn drops into profits. The retail profits first. As a brand partner, you will have 30% reduction in the price from regular retail. So you're saving right out of the gate for your own personal purchases. Also, if you were to share the product with others, you would automatically be making a 30% margin. In Canada, the drops are $4.65 for a 4-pack. So you're looking roughly at about $240 profit should you keep one box for yourself and be able to share the other 3 boxes. We often offer our customers a discount of 15%, so that would be $197 selling price. In the US, it's $371, and you're also making a healthy profit as well too by keeping 1 box and sharing 3. So by promoting 30 boxes, which many of us on the call did, we got to Ultimate in 30 days. It's not mandatory, but it's a great way to get to the top pay part of our program. You're looking at making anywhere from $2,000 to $2,700 in your first month. Because again, too, people out there, they're hurting. They want to lose weight. They want to be more comfortable inside their own skin. And they want our product. And just by seeing our posts on Facebook, they say, "I'm all in." So there's an international market waiting for you. I have something like 13 countries that are tapping into the product right now because somebody started a post on Facebook and other people are seeing it around the world. We have a very simple system. It's called System of Growth. There's an app on your phone. We walk you through it. And basically, it's a filing system in the cloud. Social media week 1, it has 14 testimonials there. So we post twice a day. You can always schedule your posting. Again, it's easy, simple training. When people ask questions, you just go to this link over here, text strip for drops. Every single question is answered there, and you're able to copy and paste. This particular post of Rick and Crystal, who lost 210 pounds, that received so many comments coming back and resulted in many customers. So what you'd like to do is activate your position with 200 points. In our business, a product business, every bottle, box of anything you choose has a point value connected to it. So you're going to want to activate your position so that you'll be able to receive commissions. So again, in Canada, the 4-pack is $4.65. In the US, it's $3.71. I recommend that you top up your shopping cart with at least 1 box of Renew. It's a 30-day supply. It's 270 points in Canada or 278 in the US, and you're going to love marrying those 2 products together. In the US, you're able to get a 10-pack, which is a profit of about $600 because the unit cost inside a 10-pack is much lower. You can get a 20-pack in the United States, or I highly recommend start your business. If you'd like to be a business builder and make some money, invest $2,300. That brings you to the immediate top pay position as an ultimate, and I'll explain that in a minute. And your profits are about $2,700. Now, how would that change the position of any family, right? In Canada, we can put together a kit for you. This particular one is an example that is also 1,500 points for you that can bring in a profit of about 3,100. sharing these great products with your friends. We were voted the top best compensation plan in the industry, and there's so many people that are making weekly Friday checks, so many people that were recently on this incentive program. We are paid 9 different ways. Let me share with you, again, we talked about the retail profits. When you purchase as a brand partner, you automatically get 30% off. The new volume bonus is when a person like Mary, your friend in Illinois, says, you know what, I'm not going to be a customer and pay retail. Rather, I see a possibility. I know a lot of people that can use this product. I'm going to buy 2 10-packs. It's 1,000 points. If you bought a 4-pack, your position is activated. You would earn a 15% new volume bonus. That's $150. If you're ultimate, you can work your way up, of course. We say get it done in 4 weeks. You can hurry up and accelerate getting to the top pay. If you were ultimate, you would make $300 on that very same transaction. So it's worth it to get to ultimate. Now you're going to want to be able to try other products, and you're going to want to stay qualified for commissions. So either sell or purchase 100 points of product each month to stay qualified, and the company continues to send you checks. Another way we get paid is called base pay, and it's a formula based on the activity that happens in your team. 15% of the product that gets moved through your lines, again, based on a formula. And in any given week, should you receive $250 in base pay, the company puts an additional 15% aside just for you so you can work towards your savings bonus. This is our car program, but really it's a $10,000 check. When you get up to that $10,000, you're going to get a special phone call from the company. The bells will go off, and the following Friday, you get your deposit. You get paid. When we were at the recent Punta Cana, we did have a business session in the morning Saturday, and they put up a slide to show that there's 7 people that will be triggering the $10,000 check in the next 3 months. And my name was up there. And I look at it and I go, wow, only 12 months ago, I was broke. And now my name is up in the spotlight. This can happen for you too. I'm nobody special. This can happen for you. At PXP in Orlando, there were several people recognized on stage. Chris and Joni unlocked their savings bonus in 8 months. Our friends Jerry and Allison Wyndham just unlocked theirs. Reese and Ashley just unlocked theirs. Their house just burnt down. So you think that 10,000 can't help them? The Kimmy and Eric Gray just celebrated with their family their 10,000. Last April, several people went on the Tahiti trip, all expenses paid. Then in July, several people went on the Bahamas trip. And I'm going to share with you in a few moments some of the pictures that came out of the recent Punta Cana trip. So that just happened. My God, a lot of people are going to Bali. Many that were on the Punta Cana are going to Bali. And, you know, and at the conference in Orlando, there was over a third of the audience that was doing the magic dance, prancing across the stage, celebrating being recognized. And if you're celebrating being recognized, that means you're getting some checks, Friday paychecks. Who wants to see some pictures of Punta Cana? Put 1 in the chat if you want to see some pictures of Punta Cana. Do I have any ones coming up? Okay, we got some ones. Let's go for it and share you some pictures. Okay. Penny, can you see?
You just see your face.
Okay.
I'm just on my phone. It's not working. Sorry.
All right. So let me share. Share.
There we go.
Okay.
Got it. Perfect.
Okay.
You look amazing, Ricia. That's crazy.
Oh, thank you. 66 years old. Yay. Crazy, right? Okay, so I have to close that off for a minute. Let me see if I can do this. I didn't have time to do slides on the Punta Cana trip. Okay, so there we go. Let me see if I can bring it up here. Hope this is going to work. Okay, can you see the screen now?
No, there's no sharing.
All right. Let's try this again here.
Share, it's starting to share.
Okay, so I've got to minimize the slides and I've got to go to WhatsApp. What about now? Can you see Reese and Ashley?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. Okay, so the pictures are out of orders, guys. There's Mary. I was hoping that she was my guest tonight, but she's still in an airplane. So instead, we're going to compromise. Now, again, I started this company just about, well, in April. So we're just going into a little over a year. And I had no idea that I would be going to Punta Cana. This vacation, we stayed at the Hyatt Cap Can Resort. It is in the top 7 resorts in all the Caribbean. Out of thousands of resorts, this is in the top 7. All-inclusive resort. We never had to take out our wallet. Everything was fabulous. They have an escape water park right on site. So the buses came and picked us up. This is Carrie Hicks. She's a nurse as well that works with the product. She's an expert on the drops. James Zhang, he was in med school. He left med school to be with our company to work on the drops. His beautiful wife, Becky, the little baby. This is Darren Zobrist. He's one of the owners of our company. And we're all wearing the Rash Guard shirts that was part of our package. Again, Taryn with Todd Rowland. Do you think we're having any fun? I mean, really. So in this escape park, they had everything. They had zip lines. They had Tarzan ropes falling into the water. They had the blue hole that you had to trek into the woods. They had iguanas. They had monkeys. It was a whole bit. It was really, really something to have some fun. There's Susan Cameron. She's number 2 in the world. She started a year and a half ago, and she's number 2 in the world now. Kim Gray, just a little story about Kim Gray. Kim Gray was in a wheelchair and she was about 200 pounds heavier than you see her today. She was completely immobile. Her husband had, Eric, had a lot of health issues as well too. And the drops program came to her, and I think it was about 4 years ago. Kim Gray is now Wonder Woman. She's traveling around the world. She's in and out of her van. She had a situation, muscular dystrophy, that her internal organs were actually paralyzed. She was in a situation that she couldn't go to the bathroom for 29 days and was rushed to the hospital in an ambulance. Dr. Pina from Mexico City called her and said, I know of your situation. I'm going to send you a case of the probiotics. Would you take it? You need to take 4 a day for the first 2 weeks and then 2 a day going forward. And those probiotics enabled her system to actually be able to eliminate like a normal person. The stories that go on with these people is unbelievable. Summer Simons, everyone knows her from the IPA calls. Joni Budd, number 1 in Canada. She started 12 months ago, not having a clue that she would have this kind of success. Brenda Carlton from the IPA calls. This is at one of our parties, the welcome party. And Michelle McKay right here, she's a nurse. Lucy West is in charge of all of Canada. Lots of nurses, lots of medical professionals. We have Claudia Ponce, Deborah Bader, and Chris and Joni Budd, all great leaders in Canada. Dan Calley and Heather, his wife, they're on the executive team. I'm going to tell you a little story. I won the Escape Park Daredevil. And actually, I'm going to save this story while I get up to the slides here. This is my roommate, Tanya Kelsey. You probably recognize her. I think she's in week 2 of posting her, and I had so much fun. And again, Susan Cameron there. Julie Park, the lady that I shared with you in the slide, how sick she was. Well, this girl isn't sick anymore, I'm telling you. Coach Brent Palmer and Ashley Rowland. This is in our wrap-up party that just happened on Saturday night. Joshua Plant, the new scientist that just came to our team. We're just having too much fun. I'm a 1, 2, 3 crazy girl. You can't do normal photos if Risha's in the house. Everyone's got to do the crazy. This is my friend Gina. We have the Christy and John Oki. Again, these are all personalities that you might see on the morning training call. Lucy West. And again, Michelle McKay. And Kim and Eric again too, great backdrops. And here's the Canadian girls. We have Mary Olson and Christy Walsh. All 3 of us started only a year ago, and all of us are on the top 10 power rankers in Canada. And how it all started, we just posted on Facebook. Christy here has a cleaning business. She has a son that needs extra attention. and a young daughter. So between the cleaning business and the 2 children, and she reached in the top 3 power rankers in all of the country. Mary Olson runs a ranch. She's got grandchildren. She's got children. She's very committed to her family, and yet she got up there as well too. So it's a very duplicatable business. We had an amazing Canadian leaders breakfast with Todd Rowland and his suite, and we came and masterminded, got some great things done, accomplished for Canada. And again, the beach, what can I say about the beach? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The grounds were gorgeous. We had a private meeting with the owners. They said to us, what do you need? What do you want to talk about? These are our owners, guys, people that want to hear you and listen to you. Again, we're on our way to the water park, Ashley and Reese, Antley, and on the corporate board, there's Dan Calley and his beautiful wife, and Joni in the middle. Debbie English, I believe her last, no, Debbie, sorry, I lost her last name, but she's president, again, very, very popular. Again, we're doing the 1, 2, 3 crazy. This was at the welcome party. Just a lot of fun with Darren Zobrist. Everyone gets crazy. The beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous beach. You can see in the background there's a breakwater. So the hotel had actually built a breakwater for the length of the beach, so we didn't have any dangerous waves. And it was easy swimming for all the kids. It was only about 3.5, 4 feet deep. They had the catamarans, the paddle boards and kayaks for us. This particular pool was the kids' pool. Again, the beach, there wasn't, sometimes you can't find a chaise, right? And here there was chaises everywhere. It was just so fantastic. And there was art in this hotel like I've never seen before. I was just blown away by the beautiful, beautiful resort. This is the adult swimming pool, and it went on forever. We had the best aquafit guy. He was so fun. And different little nooks that you could have conversation nooks in. And here in this water feature, those round white circles light up at night. So you have a nice little cozy circle around the bonfire at night. And these globes, they all lit up with the light from inside, a beautiful white light. Gorgeous. Just, who has seen a resort like this? This is a swag bag we got as a welcome gift from the company, loaded with product and t-shirts. Just an amazing event. This is Dr. Crystal. As you can see, after 6, 7 years, she's still very young looking. The beach, we have a little bit of sargassum. That's part of the Caribbean conditions, but it was cleaned up very quickly. Now I need to tell you a story, and this is a life story here. I went with Dan and Heather to the zip line. They had no idea that I was scared out of my pants. I was so scared to do this, okay? And I talked like, oh, let's go to the zip line. Let's go do it. And we walked up flight after flight after flight after flight up this very, very, very high tower. We got there. Dan says, we'll go first, Ricia. And I looked over the edge. We were so high up, my knees started to shake and I wanted to vomit. My breakfast was coming up on me. I'm so afraid of heights. And I said, Dan, I can't do this. I can't do it. He looked at me like, what do you mean you can't do this? I actually stood back and let everybody else go. There was about 9 in our group. I let them go. And at the they're all waiting at the other end, but they can't see me because it's such a long way, right? And then at the end, the guy, he looks at me like, lady, are you going to go? What are you going to do about this? And in my mind, I kept saying, it's the first step. In anything scary in life, in a marriage, in a relationship, in having a baby, in a new job, and moving out of state, in moving to a new country, in starting a network marketing business, in joining us in Partner Co, it's that first step that's always so scary. And as soon as I just said, I'm doing it. There was 5 zip lines in this particular course. And I ended up in the end in the pool with a big splash. And Dan ended up telling this story because I came to the other side and they all saw me. They were all cheering and everything, high-fiving and hugging and everything. And I won the Daredevil Award. So I have no regrets whatsoever. It's all about that first step. And, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say, I want to go ziplining all over the world now because you get past that little bit of fear and it's all good. Partner Co has given me so many amazing experiences, and all those pictures and the crazies and the 1, 2, 3 crazy. These are all brand new family, brand new culture, brand new community that I've made in the last year. I had no idea my life would have changed like this, and all the traveling, all the great experiences. So in summary, I just want to say to you, what have you got to lose, right? Let's do it. What have you got to lose? So I'm just going to end the presentation. Hang on here. Let me get to my last little slide. I went a little over time. I apologize, but it is picture night. Anyone bring popcorn? Okay, let's get to the end. So in closing, what does balance look and feel like for you? How will you know if the products are working for you? We've heard from Penny, we've heard from Dana, we've heard from Sharlene, you've heard from me. You will feel the extra energy. You will start to age backwards. You'll sleep better. You'll wake up in a better mood. You'll have that improved mood. You won't want to kill your husband so much anymore. You'll have that increase in libido, the reduction in inflammation, and you'll notice that quickly your genes are feeling better. And look at Sharlene, from a size 18 to a size 12. Wow, wow, wow. Better elimination, digestion, less brain fog. You'll have that brain clarity. Our products are that good. Boost in immunity, overall sense of being. That's what happens. You will feel the difference. In summary, you know people, everyone you look at, everyone on the sidewalk, your co-workers, your neighbors, your family, we all suffer from 3 to 5 to 7 to 10 of these symptoms. And we have what it takes to help people feel better. So in closing, are you a 1, 2, 3, or 4? 1 is the person who would like to buy drops and buy. Nah, you don't want to buy retail. Why would you want to do that? At least become a brand partner, invest in the $29.95 or this $37.95 Canadian, and become a brand partner so you can save money. But why not? Why not learn a little, very easy, simple onboarding training and get on this health and wealth train and ride? What if? What if it works? What if the next person you talk to becomes any one of those people that you just saw in the picture, the next Julie Park, the next Michelle McKay, the next Todd Rowland, the next Ricia Adair? What if one of those people want to get on that same train and ride it big all the way to the top? That's all it takes, is 1. And guess what? Then we're celebrating you. You'll be living the dream. You'll be on that next trip with us. You'll have all this time freedom, a body that you love and that you feel more mobile and agile in, that financial stability, making all these friends and doing 1, 2, 3 crazy pictures and having those luxury experiences. So rolling is easy. It takes as little as 1, 2, 3. My 1-year anniversary has completely changed my life. It's just been absolutely amazing on how this call, on how things work. Did I have those slides showing?
Not when you were talking now, no.
Oh, well, what the heck?
We saw your beautiful pictures. We see your background. You look gorgeous.
There you go. I want to thank my guests today, Dana. Thank you very, very much for coming on to the call. And at last minute, I really, really thank you for that. Sharlene Closter, you didn't even know you were coming on the call tonight. Thank you very much for sharing.
I wondered what.
I mean, it's your story. You know it by heart, right? Kenny, my beautiful co-host, thank you for sharing your story with us as well, too. Thank you for all the brand partners that have helped us and support the calls. And certainly thank you to our guests, because this call is really for you. If you have any questions, the person that invited you can certainly ask the questions. And I just want to say, what if it works? Get the drops, right? Get the drops.
Get the drops.
And consider posting. It's just so simple, right? So I want to say thank you to everybody so very much for being on tonight's call. And I apologize for running a bit late, but it was movie night. So, and the next call we have is Thursday night, right? Thursday night. We do have a call tomorrow night with Dr. Joshua Plant. If you want to hear about this amazing scientist and his experience and what he has planned for us, that will be a call on tomorrow night. So someone can get that information for you. If you'd like that call information. So thank you again, everybody. And I'm going to say good night.
Thank you.
Good night, and thank you, Risha. Bye,
Thank you.
Thanks, Rachel.
everybody.
It was
Night.
awesome.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.